Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of our A through Z playthrough, we're going to be playing Lili on Infernal Shrines, and we are going to be playing her in the main tank slot. I know, it's silly. Strap in. I promise this will be fun. So it's a YouTube video though. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out. And on today's episode, we're going to have Genji, Diva, Phoenix, Lili, and Brightwing versus Sonya, Junkrat, Tassadar, Samuro, and the medic, Lieutenant Morales. I can promise you, you're in for some surprises. Now, Lili, after her most recent recent rework, I fucking did it again. After the rework that just happened, she is going to definitely have some talent diversity, it feels like, but I do 100% feel that Lili's numbers are far too low for her to be the main healer in any team comp. You do not feel anything that this character does in terms of healing unless you are healing one person, including yourself, who is just on the verge of death. And that is, I mean, it feels good in those moments, but otherwise it feels pretty bad. Which is why a lot of the, I don't even want to say a lot of the professional players, because I think there are only very few professional players who think that this character can be run in the double support setup, and I've only seen a couple of those games. So, my personal experience is I have more fun with the character in a tank slot than I do in a healer slot. Boom, down goes Junkrat. We lose our Genji as a trade, but I'm totally fine with it. If you're not familiar with Lili's abilities, we'll talk about those in a sec, and I will tell you the build at this moment, even though it's a little bit of a disappointment for some, I'm sure. We're not building Serpent. This is going to be what I believe is the tankiest build for this character, and quite literally the most effective in this slot. So we're going to take Eager Adventurer at 1, 4 is going to be Safety Sprint, 7 is going to be our Cleanse, Let's Go. Water Dragon is our 10. 13 will be the Hindering Winds. 16 is going to be most likely the Blessings of Yu'lon, but depending on where we're at in the game, we may take Pick Me Up instead, because that burst healing is a little bit better at that level. And then 20, once that rolls around, we'll either choose between Double Dragon or Shake It Off, because both are very good at that tier, depending on what we need to. Shake It Off should be very, very, very strong for the tank tier Lili. So, all that being said, if you're not familiar with this character's abilities, remember they're very easy to use. With your heal button, you can quite literally just hold that button down, ow, I hit my finger, and heal people that way. But this is targeted on heroes, it's going to prioritize heroes, and it's going to prioritize the heroes in your range who need the healing the most. So, if there's two people with relatively low health bars and they're in different directions, you may end up healing the one who doesn't need it as much as the other. So your positioning on this character is super important if you're playing her to heal, but if you're playing her in a way that I like to, which is the tanky way, all you really have to do is walk forward, hit the Q button, soak up a bunch of damage, and heal yourself, which is nice. I just died. That wasn't a good explanation of what she can do, but it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll ramp up soon, I promise. Genji going back in. Oh my god, eating a whole bunch of damage, but Brightwing's still up there to keep everybody nice and healthy, and the enemy team hasn't even bothered starting the shrine, so nuts to that. Anyway, your W ability is the Cloud Serpent. Cloud Serpent is going to... deleted. Cloud Serpent is going to let you put a tiny dragon on top of anybody on your team's head, and that dragon is going to spit damage, and it is also going to heal when it attacks. So, just deleted off the other side of the wall from the Lili. You're welcome. Now, that's a huge body blocking bomb. There's nothing Tassadar can do, and that's a double kill for the Lili tank. That's really impressive, honestly. Even I amaze myself, because Lili's auto attacks are very, very small. Just very not good. It's like you have to put your dragon on and auto attack a target in order to have a normal amount of auto attack damage, and that does not feel nice. Junkrat completely giving up inside that bush while Genji just gets all up inside his bush, and that is dangerous. Anyway, we just need one more. There it is. The monkeys have been assembled, and the big monkey has now jumped out of the portal in order for us to run it down on this top lane. There's the jump. Tassadar obviously has no idea how to position with this thing, but it doesn't matter because the Morales was there. I almost got stuck on that word. And they got back behind the wall. Now we just have this push. Oh, the Punisher isn't done. I guess he is a little bit. Now he's punching the wall. The enemy team not sure if they want to back up or not, and Genji is going to absolutely remove the medic, who is the problem character at this point. Got to keep him alive. We're keeping him alive. I got the Z, so that means I can Q more because I have more health. But ultimately, my mana pool is really low, and I'm kind of upset about it because I can only hold down the Q button for so long. Your E button on Lili is probably your most impactful button outside of your ultimate. So your E is called Blinding Wind. You're going to throw a cloud that works much like your heal, but it's going to prioritize enemy heroes. And when it hits them, it's going to slow them for 15%, which is kind of whatever, and is going to blind them for 1.5 seconds as well as do damage. So, all that being said, that is your highest impact ability when it comes to stopping auto attacks from the enemy team. That in and of itself is enough of the reason that you can run forward with this character and be super tanky, stop a lot of damage. It's very, very, very strong. And now that all bakes into your trait as well, which is called Fast Feet. Upon taking damage, your basic abilities are going to refresh 50% faster, and you are going to get 10% movement speed for 1 second. So, damn, just relentless on that medic, and it looks like Tassadar is getting body blocked into oblivion as well. We're just going to continue to run it down the top lane. 3 people dead. A 2-level lead. We have ultimates. They don't. And I just feel like... Oh, he wants it. Again. The Junkrat was just standing there menacingly. And that was enough to kill Genji, apparently. Quite impressive stuff. It's okay, Cyber. Anyway... as far as Lili's concerned, Shake It Off is going to make you incredibly tanky with the movement speed and the reduced cooldowns, because that means your Q comes up faster, that means your blind comes up faster, and your Cloud Serpent as well. All of those things are going to happen not twice as fast, but 0.5 times as fast. Right? So 4 seconds times 0.25, that's going to be 1 second off. That's a 3-second cooldown on your Healing Brew. And so on. You get the math. It's a quarter of the time. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good considering. The cooldown on your E is a little bit longer than I would like, but wow, that fucking laser. Can we see that again? I just wanted to see who got hit with that. Oh no, the replay system. I may have done something bad. This is Sonya. There it is. Oh, no. It's just so close. Almost got him. I'm sure that'll be helpful later. I have complete faith in the laser beam to be the real playmaker. Now, as far as your ultimate goes, I don't like taking Jug of 1,000 Cups with Lili. It's a heal ultimate, fine, whatever. But at the same time, if that's what you're picking Lili to do, just pick someone else. Lili is good because of Water Dragon. Water Dragon is a 70% slow on a 50-second cooldown, and it is going to hit an AoE on the closest hero to Lili. Not only that, but it's going to nuke for a shitload of damage. It's so good. You can see we've almost got it back up here. 500 damage, though, at level 13. That thing slaps, just dropping dragons on people. Now, with that, though, you can set up huge engages with Lili, huge picks with Lili as well if there's only one person in the range And then you can also reposition it fairly easy just by using some movement speed to run towards the target that you want. So being Tank Lili, you just put on your tank pants, run towards the person that you want to water dragon, and drop it on them. It's fucking amazing how useful that ability is. Sonya's going to eat it directly in her face, but she's got the Wrath of the Berserker, so we have to hope that our Genji does in fact get her. We're going to put the Wind Serpent on top of him as well, blind the Samuro clone, and he is going to live. Ooh. D.Va also having some problems with some Samuro clones. I don't have any mana, so what I'm actually trying to do is walk up here and take damage from minions to trigger my trait and my mana regen from my level 1 talent. So we can talk about her talents now a little bit with this build. Your level 1 Eager Adventurer, you're going to increase the duration by 150% and mana regen while the trait is active. So the trait being your the amount of time that your move speed is up, and that your reducing cooldowns, that your cooldowns are recharging faster. No bomb from our D.Va, but the Laser of Destiny will secure the camp, because our Phoenix is 100% carrying this game while the rest of us fuck off in the top lane, being completely unkillable. At some point there was an objective, another one happened, it got the bottom fort, and then I think died on the top keep. So, you know, I don't know if any of us realized that up until just now. But hey, whatever, I mean, stuff's happening. Another big kill from the Genji on the medic, almost called her Medivh. And the bomb to zone back the Sonya. Again, huge push. Our whole team is completely invincible at this point. D.Va is unkillable with all of her damage reduction. That is a full health phase shift on a baby D.Va. And I've gone back to get a full mana bar because the enemy team just isn't doing enough damage to me that I can recover that mana with our level 1 talent. Now, the other cool thing about that is that normally that duration is only 1 second, but since it's increased by 150%, it's a 3-second duration of 10% move speed and mana regen for Lili, which is awesome. Not only that, but our level 4 talent, the Safety Sprint, is going to make that even more powerful with additional movement speed and armor whenever you hit your D button, which is also fantastic. So, Lili's also going to get passive 10 armor with the Safety Sprint just for existing, which is really nice, just passive bonus effect. Is that another X strike on the medic to take her out? My god, you're welcome. I'm just holding down the Q button to keep you alive. Looks like Medivh wants to duel the Sonya a little bit, but now Sonya's running away once she has the clear advantage against the teeny tiny D.Va. Unfortunate. This is going to juke that rocket ride real quick because my feet are so fast. Now, the Safety Sprint also is going to give you 30 armor and 30% move speed when you hit the button, which is nuts for a tank and a character who's just trying to get into melee range. So, Lili can do whatever she wants with these two talents, it really feels like. Your cleanse, this is probably the best fucking cleanse in the entire game. Not only is it only a 40-second cooldown, but it's affected by Lili's trait, which makes it an even shorter cooldown, and it's going to heal whoever you cleanse for a pretty small amount, but 312 is almost a full Q from Lili. So if you cleanse someone, even if they don't need it, with your Let's Go, that is going to heal them. So that's another real, like, super safe button for Lili to just kind of fucking spam. Not to mention, it's going to come back constantly with your trait, and it's good. It's just really, really, really strong ability. And then Water Dragon at 10, don't need to sell that anymore because it's just amazing. Your Hindering Winds at level 13 are going to be one of your bigger forms of crowd control, even though Lili doesn't have a whole lot in her kit, because the 15% slow doesn't really cut it. But changing that to a 30% slow is pretty nuts. And its full duration is going to get increased to 2 seconds for the slow, yes, and the blind. So they're going to be blinded and 30% slowed for 2 seconds, which is nuts against a character like Sonya or the medic, or Tassadar. The beam, again, just off the top, clearing those people from our realm of existence. Vaporized. Anyway, so yes, Hindering Winds, super good for the slow. You can also take the Gale Force, which is in and of itself okay. Oh no, wait. Gale Force increases the blind duration, but Hindering Winds only increases the slow duration. That feels bad. I think those two talents need to be one talent. Medic still gets taken out. Not quite in the Hall of Storms. Anyway, yeah. That kind of feels... That 13 tier just feels kind of bad. We've taken Pick Me Up at 16 just to make sure that our low health buddies can stay alive longer, even though it was impossible to keep the Diva alive there because she's just got too much confidence in her double healers. And not calling for help at that specific moment from either of us is probably what did our Diva in, truly. So your final talent, your 20... If we even make it to 20 in this game, I mean, it's looking pretty over. Double Dragon is just going to launch another dragon on top of the water dragon that already fell down. So that is 2 70% slows in an AoE, which is fucking disgusting. And a whole bunch of damage. Let's see. 633 damage at level 19, so it's probably just going maybe 700 range, maybe like 675. So that's about 1,300 damage that you can just drop on a single person or in an AoE. Nuts. It's really, really, really strong as an offensive talent. And then Shake It Off, also giving you 35 armor while stunned, silenced, or rooted. CC is a huge problem for Lili, so using that talent to stay alive is really, really, really good for all the standing on the front line that you're going to end up doing. It also gives you 25 additional % cooldown reduction or refresh rate on your abilities with your trait. So you can get your E, your Q, and your W back way faster than you normally can. So that's why it's kind of up in the air, which is better for me. I definitely like Double Dragon. The laser, again, it's so wide, it's so thick, they're all dead. I mean, there are worse ways to end the game. You know? Let's all take a minute to thank our Phoenix player for literally putting that game on his back. Just completely doing all the objectives, all the camps, all the map pressure, everything required of a single person. He did it. While everyone else on my team just had so much fun fucking off in the top lane because we have no responsibilities or, you know, moral prerequisites for beating the enemy team in the old-fashioned way. So, I didn't make it on the board. I feel so cheated. So cheated. But if my spot went to our Phoenix, then that's just fine with me. That's just fine with me. 4-1. I just want to direct everyone's attention to the numbers in the death column here over the number 1. And let's just take a moment to reflect upon what we lost. 7 deaths between 2 people. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you might be having a bit too much fun. But anyway, your talents for Lili are going to be, again, Eager Adventurer, Safety Sprint, Let's Go, Water Dragon, Hindering Winds, Pick Me Up, and Double Dragon. Absolutely crushing it as the main tank for this team because we had a double support team, but also maybe it was a little bit because of Diva being thick and huge and all up in the enemy team all the time with the heals. So, you know, it's fine. She can take some of my limelight, I guess. It's my YouTube channel anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow with Li Ming. Li Ming is going to round out this week, and that is a character I have a little bit of trouble with. Just a teeny tiny bit. But I'll see you then.